We have to meet people where they are. I was on TikTok the other day and I saw this post of this person saying, "Why are people so afraid to have adult conversations? If you don't like me, tell me. If there's a problem, you bring it up and you tell me." Right? They were saying how they don't understand how people can't have these adult conversations, right? But that made me think about a lot of people don't know how to have them. It's not that they don't want to have them, they just don't know how to have them. And that maybe because of a lot of different things, maybe in their upbringing when they tried to talk about something, they were shut out, or their parents never taught them how to have these healthy conversations, or in their life certain things happen where they don't feel comfortable doing that anymore, or they never were able to have those conversations with people. And I'm not bashing this person for saying these things, but I feel like for that person, their family, their upbringing was pretty comfortable, right? Their upbringing was a healthier one where their parents give them a safe place to talk about their feelings, talk about how they feel, their problems, right? But a lot of people didn't have that. A lot of people growing up, they didn't have that healthy space where they could just have those conversations about their problems, how they feel, and what's going on in their life. And that translates from people's childhood to their adult life, right? If you were ever able to have those conversations when you were a kid in your family, in your house, when would you have learned to do it with another person? When would you have learned to do it, right? So it's meeting people where they are. If you're a person who knows how to do that, if you're a person who knows how to have those healthy conversations, who knows when to speak up about a problem, you have to understand that some people in your life won't know how to do that, and we have to meet them wherever they are. But also understanding that if we meet them where they are, they have to also try to meet us where we are. They have to actively try and put in effort and put in the work to learn how to have these conversations, to learn how to be where we are also, right? Because I'm not telling you to accommodate to this person's needs, to not have your values, to not prioritize healthy conversations, healthy relationships. What I'm saying is, if you have people in your life that you love and you want to keep them in your life, you have to meet them where they are. You have to understand that their upbringing, who they are, they aren't exactly the same as you. They didn't have the same upbringing as you, and you have to teach them. But they also have to be willing to learn. It's like, say they're in a hole, right? And there's a ladder to get up this hole. You can stick your hand down and you can try to help them, but they also have to intentionally take steps up and reach for your hand, right? You can't be the one to jump down and help them up the ladder. They also have to meet you where you are. They have to try and meet you where you are. They have to try and learn, right? They can't just stay where they are and be like, yep, this person has to accommodate to me. They have to want to learn and to become better. And that's when you have to have those conversations where it's like, yeah, I don't like when you never express your feelings to me because I don't know what's going on, right? I don't know what's going on in your head. And then that's where they'll be like, oh, I never learned how to talk about my feelings. Or when I did try to talk about my feelings in the past, I was always shut out. I was always told that I was wrong or I was invalid. So setting those boundaries, knowing why the person is the way that they are, understanding a person's past to understand why they are the way that they are. The past will show you why a person is the way that they are, and then it can help you get towards a healthier and better future for the both of you. So meeting a person where they are, if you really love and want to keep a person in your life, you have to meet them where they are. And if the person that you love, the person that you want to keep in your life, they're not trying to become better, they're not trying to meet you where you are, then that's when you have to get up and leave, right? Because you're settling for a person who doesn't want better for themselves. They have to want better for themselves and the relationship that they have with you, right? If they don't value you, if they don't value the relationship that you have, then they won't try to become better. They won't take those steps towards you when you're taking steps back for them, right? So if you're trying to meet somebody where they are, if you don't see them actively trying to learn and become better for themselves and for you, then that's when you have to walk out. You can't keep yourself around these kind of people. These kind of people will just drag you down and they won't help you in your life. All they are to you is an anchor. They're just holding you down and weighing you down. If this person doesn't want better for themselves, how do you think they want better for you? So understanding that if you want to meet a person where they are, if you want to have and keep a person in your life, yeah, it's okay to go down to them, to meet them where they are, but they also have to come up to you. They also have to try and come up to you. Meeting people where they are.